Monsoon season has come to southern Nevada. Done with the north this year, I think. It is smoky and hot up there. So I'm seeing what all the monsoon rain is doing in the south for the rest of July. Here in the northern Spring Mountains, get up a few thousand feet higher than the 6,000 or so feet of right here. Last year, no monsoon developed at all in the region. This year it's developed strongly, bringing much needed relief to these very droughty deserts. Even been raining at my house in deep Mojave. So very curious how the vegetation is responding to the very desperately needed moisture. It's nearly a flood warning every day in Clark County. Lake Mead especially. So there's a lot of interesting post-flood stuff to check out. Need to see those summer annuals this year. I'm slated to leave the region for 2 or 3 weeks. It's interesting to see Quercus gambellii in open desert shrublands here, just growing out of the rock. Usually it's growing out of soil in most contexts. Just bare rock. It creates its own little soil patch, doesn't it? Not looking too good, but hopefully the rain will change that. Hirschs were probably starting to lose their leaves before rain came. Probably in the past couple of weeks it started. Today is definitely not the first rainy day here. In fact, saw quite a few puddles come in last night as well. Hirsch Stansburyana here looking very bright green and even still flowering and fruiting. Very bright green. But last year this time here, they're looking dull brown. So I'm on a trail for the first part of this trip. Then we'll be coming down Trailless Canyon after climbing a few peaks. We'll see how they look and what time's looking like. And that canyon is supposedly a population of nailworts. Staring out here in the ponderosa zone with a few firs speckled in and quite a bit of Cercocarpus latifolius. Ribes greening up. This is Ribes cerium. Spineless. Very fragrant. Producing nice bright red gooseberries right now, which should be edible. Yeah, they're okay. A long, slow, gradual climb at the moment. Nearly 3,000 feet of switchbacking and other means of ascending all the way up to the high springs. Rather humid, warm day. I'm still sweating a lot even though it's cloudy. Cloudy even over the Las Vegas Valley. I think we're in for some stuff later, wouldn't you say? It's already rained prior to noon today. I'd call that a rainy summer day already out here. And these storms have tended to be most severe in the afternoons and evenings, as per usual in a thunderstorm season out west. Though I heard a flash flood warning for the Nipton area already this morning. Basically, cells everywhere. Topped out for now, going up towards Bonanza Peak and then staying high on this ridge for a few miles. There's suddenly a bunch of Senecio and Castanea up here. After pretty sterile understories all the way up, as a lot of conifer understories tend to be out here. Limber pines. Probably some bristle cones too, but I haven't seen any cones yet. Quite a few firs up here as well. Not so many non-white pines. No pinions or ponderosas for a bit. Looks like it's going to be very stormy in the general region as the afternoon and evening continue to progress. There's lots of clouds even out towards Death Valley there, which tells you something. There's a nice bristlecone forest up here near the top of Bonanza Peak. There they are. They tend to stick around for a while, even on the dead ones. They'll eventually break off, as you can see. It's the quickest, easiest way to tell the difference, so, between bristlecones and other white pines. Just look for the bristles on the oleifera scales here. Some more pokey ones on the top there. Quite nice up here on Bonanza Peak. McFarland next. I'm hoping to go up. There are the sisters. May go up there in the morning. And the canyon I'm going down is on this side of the sisters, so it's about the limit of this pretty short trip, just a day and a half or so, if that. There, of course, is the big Charleston block. Snowless this late July, about a month after the solstice. But obviously gathering a lot of monsoonal moisture this July. Just fantastic. It was very desperate as of the end of June in this region. It'll take a lot of the plants a while to recover yet. Bit of holodiscus up here, all going to fruit though. Just solidifying my belief out here that this is a world-class mountain range. So much nice scenery to walk through and so much biodiversity. Exceptionally nice weather most of the time, most of the year. It's fairly perfect today. Short clothes, but never feeling too warm, although it was rather humid below. Just a bit enough of chill and breeze in the air to remain comfortable in high mountain feeling. 10,000 feet or so here. Contrast here and division of climates is stark indeed today. Out towards California we got clearing skies, probably little to no rain falling, whereas out towards Arizona it remains dark and threatening. Been getting these downpours at my house and sprinkle sessions, and I know there's big chances while I'm away too. So it's out there in Arizona, it's towards Arizona, it's more violent towards Lake Mead. Out towards California, it's more benign, although hot as heck, I'm sure. Kind of a climatic dividing line between the Mediterranean climate of the California floristic province. They can get monsoon, but it's a lot more rare than Nevada and Utah. Arizona, of course. And then on the east, it's exactly what I'm just describing, the wetter part of the Mojave, if you will, which can get Sonoran Desert Monsoonal reach, and Four Corners Colorado Plateau Monsoonal reach. So even the Mojave has unique and interesting climatic splits, which in a sense align with floristic splits. Yeah, Nye County out there, Ash Meadows and Death Valley and such. There is indeed a different Mojave flora over there compared to, say, near Mesquite, or even where I live in Mojave, Arizona. A few aspens struggling to exist. These otherwise quite coniferous slopes as far as the tree part of the community goes. These ones really don't look good. It's not common that aspens can make it on such dry slopes as where bristlecones can thrive for hundreds to thousands of years. There's another one though. They ain't too big. One of the only places in Nevada as well where ponderosa, where they truly thrive. And are common and healthy when they're not on fire. Mixed in with other things this high up. Now we got some Petradoria openings, phlox as well. Long past prime for that, but Petradoria is just slightly past prime and doing pretty well. Some very reduced forms of Ipomopsis aggregata. Reduced indeed. Weaving through this pretty incredible basin at the moment. It's a towering ponderosa, huh? Towering McFarland. Those ridges look even bigger up close. A imagine this is ultimately heading towards that pass over there. McFarland Peak is quite the limestone walls. I have to return another day for old limestoney there, McFarland. That takes some route researching. Can't approach from this ridge, that's for sure. There's a big limestone bump in the way. It's the only place where you can call Paranichia common in Nevada so far that I've been to, at least. Gotta say there's over 100 individuals now. Every few steps there's another one. Simply everywhere. Great to see that. Not only do they occur right on the cusp of California, but they're very common and plentiful and healthy here. Got them on limestone screes here. And the less screed areas as well. On and on. Under the ponderosas. Just a few hundred meters. What direction am I going? To the north. There's no sign of them. Lost all sign of them. Moderate showers commencing. Hopefully enough to soak things. Looks a lot worse up near Charleston. There's McFarland, barely visible. Blue skies visible in the desert still. I'm eating lunch here, so it's no big deal for now. It always smells wonderful. Rain in Nevada. Can't even see McFarland Peak anymore. Sudden and violent. Came in quick and violent as I was under that tree lunching. Tallest tree on the little drainage. It's part of the drainage. There it is. A little bit of hail even. And just 10 minutes later, seems to be clearing out. For now at least. I don't think this is the end of the storms for today. In terms of the region, in terms of the drive home and such. Could be dangerous. Calming down. I'm sure all these plants are very happy. Wasn't quite strong and prolonged enough for the drainage itself to pick up any flow. Drainage of McFarland Canyon. This is one fork of it. enough for the leaves above to keep shedding more and more. For me to be rather chilly at the moment. Summer in Nevada. I don't bring out the warm clothes like I would in Colorado and such. The rain clothes, and rain clothes still a good decision because I don't need them, do I? Sheltered under the tree through the worst of it and continuing onwards. Aspen's looking okay. This canyon, when they do appear. Now it's down and lower to see what's happened in the desert to go home. Fresh puddle of water. Upper Mojave. Not much going on here, despite the rain. There are quite a few little cotyledons coming up. Not sure what they are, or if they'll make it when it's back to 90s and sunny, whenever that may be. They're well past the usual reproductive period for all of these taxa, except for the artemisias, which won't flower for another month or two, as is typical with many aster shrubs. For the rest of the lot, it's no longer May or June or even April, so despite the cool and beautiful spring-like weather, not much to see in terms of flowers, and only occasional things to see in terms of fruits. See and note this Gregii here, for example. It's enjoying its photosynthesis opportunities on a day like today and yesterday, but it won't be suddenly flowering again this year in response to rain or anything. Gutierrezia still just greening up for the late summer, early fall flowering season. Very much in a middle period of flowering, therefore. And other than higher up with the nailworts and such, July isn't really a time to be spending in the middle elevations. The upper Mojave, the montane Mojave, whatever you want to call it. Sure is beautiful, but there's nothing new going on. Persia's been fruiting for months, and those are just slowly falling to the ground. Here are some of the cotyledons I was mentioning. Very curious what those are, but I won't be back here to find out. Maybe I'll see some other taxa coming up elsewhere the rest of the month. Make inferences from there about who those cotyledons might belong to. They probably belong to the cotyledons, that is. Chenopodium here, which is exhibiting more development under this ceanothus. I don't think it rained here today, but it's rained here previously, so those may be a little further along. Nothing special in that case. You can see Chenopodium everywhere. Not just in response to summer thunderstorms.